Day 71. Some lovely fireworks last night, wasn't it? Yes, lovely. Our 3-day party binge finally ended yesterday. The next enemy attack would be tomorrow, Day 72. We couldn't keep up the merriment forever. We needed to switch gears. Once I was done with my breakfast and back in my room, I headed back out to make my rounds. Oh, is it free time? I doubt I'll be getting much sleep, even though I'm totally wiped from all the partying. They say it's hard to sleep when you're overtired. Is that what this is? Well, no sense in just waiting around here. Maybe if I go out for a little walk, it'll make me sleepy. I convinced myself to leave my room. It was just then that I heard someone sniffling. Is it Hideko again? I could see someone on the other side of the fence. It was Hideko. Huh? Again? Something like this happened before. The night of day 9. At any rate, I couldn't very well leave her like that. I went closer, hopped the fence, and sat down beside her. I knew it. Behind the lens of her glasses, Hideko's eyes were wet, with countless trails of tears running down her cheeks. What's wrong, Hideko? She was holding something tightly in her left hand. The cat. It was the calico cat figure I'd given her on day 10. She hurriedly put it back in her pocket when she noticed me, and removed her glasses to wipe away her tears. All the dots. All the dots. The silence continued. I stayed by her side, not saying anything. After a little while of sitting there like that, Hideko finally spoke.
You're not going to ask questions today? Last time you charged right in without any delicacy or tact.
I mean, that's Takumi.
Hey, even a guy like me can learn from experience.
Don't know about that.
Do you remember what happened on day 9?
Yeah.
Hideko raised her head and stared at the faraway flames. Forlorn.
I had a dream on the night of day 8. And I had the same dream last night. It was day 101. Everybody was there. Everyone except me. I must have died somehow. I saw you there, Takumi. You were in my dream, so I'm positive you managed to break free from the loop. Or perhaps I should say, you will manage to break free.
Yeah, this is the thing I'm worried about still. Just the idea that they're potentially in 2 different loops that are just overlapping right now. And it would be a case of Takumi would break free. But what about Hideko? Because it's what I'm thinking right now is potentially ending 100 has broken Takumi out of the loop. But what about Hideko?
But I'm going to be trapped here. Forever.
Hideko bit her lip and hung her head. I could tell she was fighting hard to keep from crying again. Spoke up before the tears had a chance to flow.
Come on, Hideko. It was just a dream. It doesn't mean that really happened, or will happen. Think about it. If you were dead, how could you see everybody? It wouldn't make sense if I was the only one to break free from the loop.
You were the one taking the mental picture.
We need everyone from the Special Defense Unit to survive in order to escape it. That includes you. I guess what I'm trying to say is, you don't have to worry. It was just a bad dream. It's going to be okay. You're not going to die, no matter what happens. Because I'm going to protect you. That's a promise, okay? Remember what I said before? I promised we'd both get out of this. That I'd build us a future where everyone can be happy.
Takumi.
A refreshing evening breeze blew, Every time Hideko's hair moved in the wind, I caught a familiar scent. The smell of lavender. Enveloped in that sweet fragrance, I sat there and waited for her to respond. Eventually, the trails of tears had all but dried from her cheeks. Looking much more like her usual self, she gave a little smile and spoke.
You're right. It's not like me to be so bothered by a dream. Maybe I was just feeling nervous because we're getting closer to day 100.
I nodded.
Forget about all that for now. I've had an idea.
An idea?
Our next opportunity to jump is day 74. From 12:05 a.m. to 12:35 a.m. You remember, right?
Yeah, but what can we do in that time?
Yeah?
I'm going to do something. Here.
Do what? Hideko pulled a coin out of her pocket. Oh.
I'm going to toss this coin. And you're going to call heads or tails.
Sun and the moon. Interesting.
Heads is the sun. Tails is the crescent moon.
I like the idea of the moon just because we're in a world where there is no moon. Or maybe there's some symbolism to that. Like this world, as far as we know, this world doesn't have a moon. It's got the artificial satellite, but no moon. If it's not got a moon, maybe that's the bad decision. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Like,
What happens if I get it right?
How about we go explore the ruins together the day after tomorrow, on day 73?
Why then?
We have a battle tomorrow. They'll come in the morning, but we'll be too tired afterwards.
And if I get it wrong?
Then we won't go. We'll just sit around and do nothing that day.
I was confused.
Why are we going out exploring if I get it right?
Yeah.
Are you trying to indirectly ask me out?
Oh my.
Don't be so stupid. That's not it at all.
Properly shocked her there. Oh, the darts. Oh, the darts.
Well, I don't really get it, but this coin flip is related to leaping in timelines somehow, right?
Yes, I'll explain everything later.
Why later? Tell me now.
See, it's just my thoughts about like the moon symbols, Box of Calamity, and all that type of stuff. That feels like it's going to be the wrong choice. So I'm going to choose it.
No more questions. Just call it.
Moon. Hideko flipped the coin. It tumbled through the air, landing on the back of her left hand. She quickly covered it with her other hand, hiding it from my sight.
What's your guess? Heads or tails?
Wait, which one was which? It was such a pointless question that it felt silly to think about it too seriously. Even if I was wrong, it all meant was that I wouldn't spend the day outside with Hideko. There was no real risk involved. But I felt a strange stirring in my chest. Was there a fateful choice hiding behind this light-hearted pretense? Was something unforeseen creeping closer? I couldn't help but worry. Instantly, I was conflicted. Logically, there was no real right answer, and yet couldn't just choose blindly. 2 more timelines would be created based on what I decided here.
Hello? Takumi, what's your answer?
At Hideko's urging, I steeled my resolve and gave her my answer. Moon was tails, right? So I'm gonna go moon. So that's the one I don't want to pick, because I feel like the moon has been a bad symbol for us previously. So, and the planet has no moon, so I was like, I'm assuming it's tails. We'll find out. I mean, if I'm wrong, we'll see this to the end and then we'll go back, you know.
Tails.
I gave my decision with confidence, and Hideko moved her hand to reveal what was underneath. A sun symbol, which meant...
I was wrong, huh?
No.
Sorry, Hideko. Guess this means no date for us.
don't care. And I told you, it wasn't a date.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, tomorrow's another defensive battle. I'm going to bed. See you.
I liked his yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Like, yeah, sure thing. Yeah. With that, she climbed over the fence and left. I was left on my own, staring at the undying flames in the distance.
Hey! You said you were going to tell me everything!
Spent the night without ever finding out what the coin toss had to do with our next leap, or about Hiroko's real intentions behind our potential non-date. Well, great. Day 72. For real? It's all cannon fodder again? Oh yeah, we'll skip that one then.
Yum.
That's right. Excluding Veshness, there's only one commander left, Dalshir. But he's not coming today, so... Must I endure the torment of the multiplicity tables again? There's no real reason to do that this time. I'm already used to hearing them talk. Right, we can just ignore them and what they're saying. Together, this'll be a breeze. After all those parties, we're a closer-knit team than ever. Let's show them how much stronger the Special Defense Unit is. Everyone clenched their fists in determination. The alarm sounded immediately. Okay, guys, let's do this. Special Defense Unit, move out. And the enemy was quickly dealt with. Day 73. It had been almost 3 hours since I finished breakfast. Hiroko and I were standing behind the school building in a daze. Hey, Hiroko, what exactly are we doing right now? I told you when we did the coin toss 2 days ago, if you lose, we'll just stand around and do nothing. So we're standing around and doing nothing, okay. And that's what we're doing, isn't it? Nothing at all. I don't get it.
Huh?
Seeing as we're here now, how about the explanation you promised me? You want to know? Yeah, of course. Then get on all fours, spin 3 times and bark. Why would anybody do that? Because I want you to. Do you need any further explanation? This sadistic psychopathic, four-eyed freak. I cursed her mentally, but... Round and round I went. Oh, you actually did it?
Woof.
Very well, I'll explain. With a smug grin on her face, Hiroko began to walk eastward. You actually did it. I followed close behind. Before long, we were deep in the forest. Suddenly, we stopped and Hiroko turned around to talk to me. When is our next leap window, Takumi? Day 74, 12:05 to 12:35 a.m., around half a day from now. Are we going anywhere during that time? No, we are staying put. We are? You failed the coin toss the night before last night, remember? Yeah, I called tails. But that means there's a timeline where you called heads. In other words, a timeline where you were right and we went out today. Keep it simple. Let's call that version of ourselves in the timeline Takumi 4 and Hiroko 4. Wait, we're going to meet up with them? Like what? Tonight, Takumi 4 and Hiroko 4 will come to this timeline. Oh! Oh, I like that logic. Wait, what? We're going to visit ourselves for some other right guess timeline? That's why I said what I said. If your answer was right, we'd jump timelines. If you were wrong, we'd wait. That's the decision I made before I even tossed the coin. That's really, I like it. She's smart. I like this. It's like, just seeing what happens. They should turn up, right? But what are they going to do here? And they'll meet up with us. And then what? And the more people on our side, the better, right? 2 heads are better than 1 and 4 are better than 2. What? I assume you haven't given up on using the distress signal transmitter. Of course not. The chances of everyone's survival goes up if we can get to the satellite even on 1 day earlier. Don't you think it would be even more efficient if we split into 2 teams to find out the Liver Mortis codes? I like that logic where it's like we split into 2 and then we could just cross-reference. Like, fair enough. The teams can meet up later and share the codes they've learned. We only have 3 left, so yeah, if we can make that work, we get them a lot faster. Yeah, now things are making sense. You deliberately made us stand around and do nothing so that history would branch off, right? You needed to make something happen in this timeline that was the complete opposite of that other one. The one where we're on a date right now. What's the matter? Are you disappointed you didn't get to go out with me after all? No. I told you it wasn't a date. Hiroko yelled viciously and put me in a headlock. My arteries were being squeezed. The oxygen wasn't reaching my brain. 3 seconds later, I was out like a light. I wanted him to be like, worth it. Day 74. 12:04 a.m. I like her logic, that's really cool. Hiroko and I stood in the center of the lab waiting for Takumi 4 and Hiroko 4 to appear. 1 minute left, be careful, the window's only 30 minutes. You got it, we need to use our time to talk to them. If we go too long, we won't be able to go back to their timeline. Yeah, so let's not waste time on idle chit-chat. What do you mean by idle chit-chat? I don't know, gossip about dirty manga? Why would we do that? As I was complaining, the clock ticked over to 5 minutes past the hour. Well, that's so clever, I like it. And just like that, 2 people wearing leap suits appeared on the circular platform in front of us. You must be me and Hiroko from the right guest timeline. Yeah, I guess so. You're right on time. Hold on. We're going to take these off. I want Takumi to just be like, how was your date? We're like, hey. All the dots. Isn't this plan a little overly complicated? No, it's clever. And I'm the one over here. Over where? I don't even know who I am anymore. It's me, Hiroko 1. Excuse me, I'm Hiroko 1. Yeah, you both gotta think that. You're Hiroko 5. No, you're Hiroko 6. This whole thing is a mess. Put your leap suits back on. Is this better? Yeah, I've seen your faces now. Let's just move on. We don't have time for this. Let's get down to business to defeat the vile barbaric enemy. We still need 3 liver mortis codes, right? Yes, the ones we haven't found yet are Takimaru's, Ima's, Takumi's, and mine. We need to find 3 out of the 4 of them. And the next time we can jump is in 5 days from 1:30 to 4:30 p.m. on day 79. I like this because there's a chance you could just make several branches and get so many. Like, make another branch now. Flip another coin and make another branch. Then you got 3 teams. Boom. So at that time, we need to split into 2 groups and check a total of 3 liver mortis codes between us. Question is, which timeline does each team jump to? We started to investigate and narrowed it down to the 2 most efficient timelines. First up is the serial killer timeline. 6 of our team will be dead by day 79. Eito, Eva, Kurara, followed by Moko and Shuma, and lastly Takimaru. I couldn't bring myself to say anything. There was a suffocating pain in my chest. Takumi 6 was probably feeling the same way. He was staring down at his feet somberly. After all, the person who killed those 6 people was... him, me, us. Don't tell me you're still stuck on that. Excluding Eito, it wasn't really you who killed them. It was an inevitability caused by the Gi possession. Haven't we been over this? I really need you to move on. I know that, but... At any rate, Takimaru is one of the casualties in the serial killer timeline. If we jump there, we'll be able to get his liver mortis code. I didn't really want to do it, but I had no choice. Takumi 6 and I nodded silently. Our other destination is the zombie timeline, right? Yeah, that seems like the most efficient one to visit. By day 79, 9 people are zombified, 5 of whom have been incinerated. The remaining zombies will be Moko, Kako, Ima, and Hiroko. But even if they're zombies, they're still fully dead. They've lost all their cryptoglobin, so the numbers should show up. One thing I'm thinking, like, if we have to do this conversation again, because obviously we're going to go back at some point and we're going to do heads and get it right, I'll skip this dialogue because we'll have seen it. You know, it's assuming if we have to do it again. If we go to that timeline, we'll see Ima and Hiroko. We can check both of their codes. With Takumi 6 and my assertion, it was now the Hiroko's turn to appear displeased. You don't seem too happy about this plan. Of course not. What kind of person would be excited to go see their own zombified back? But we don't have any other choice. This is the only timeline where we can get both codes. The Hirokos looked at each other, and each let out a sigh, hanging their heads. We continued ironing out the details of our plan. Hiroko and I, from the wrong guess timeline, would go to the serial killer timeline. Hiroko 6 and Takumi 6, from the right guess, would go to the zombie branch. We all knew who was going to do what. Allow me to repeat, we leave on day 79. We'll have 3 hours. Not a ton of time to waste considering the trip to and from the school. We'll report the Liver Mortis codes to each other the next time the blood space waves surge. And after that, we'll go back to our home timelines. Yes, I think that would be best. We'll jump to your timeline when it's time to meet. Got it. We'll be waiting for you. In exchange, you better not show up empty-handed. I could ask the same of you. You'll pay for this if you screw up. Excuse me, how dare you speak to me like that? Okay, girls, let's remain calm. You are the same. It was past midnight by the time we were done. Our time was almost up. The right guesses timeline duo configured the machine, hit the red button, and jumped onto the platform. Now then, we're counting on you. And we're counting on you. Don't let us down. I like that solution to a problem where they could use that little leap. I wasn't hungry, so I didn't go to the cafeteria. Didn't feel like making my usual rounds either. I was curled up in a ball in the corner of my room. 5 days from now, Hiroko and I would have to go to the serial killer timeline. The thought depressed me. I played it cool the night before, but gloomy thoughts were swirling around inside me. Nobody wants to meet themselves as a serial killer. And after giving up on trying to fix him, I put that version of me out of my mind. Or maybe the truth was that I wanted to look away, that I walled off those thoughts. I couldn't bring myself to intentionally tear down that wall, but letting someone else destroy it for me was even worse. I spent all day cooped up inside. Finally, I closed my eyes when the sun set. I like how strange this is getting with the time travel-y stuff. Day 75 and the parallel leaping. Day 76. Day 77. Day 78. Day 79. And so, 4 days passed in the blink of an eye. It was finally day 79, our next leap window. But because of all the stress, I barely knew what I was doing. Felt like I was wandering through thick fog all day, my memory skipping around. Of course, we went to the serial killer timeline like we'd planned. I remember that much. All the dots. So that was arriving or returning? Once we jumped, we went to the school, still in our suits. There we go. Our objective was to find out Takimaru's liver mortis code. His body would be stored in the morgue on the 2nd floor. We took the stairs to the 2nd floor. Hiroko went into the morgue first. I couldn't bring myself to go in after her. After all. Hey, look! That's the killer. We must seize them at once. Great. I ran for my life. I ran and I ran and ran. I ran circles around the entire school. Finally succeeded at shaking the others off by ducking into the bathroom on the first floor. That was close. Took off my leap suit so I could pretend to be Takumi from this timeline, Takumi 2. You should do it. Stepped out into the hallway. Somewhere near the stairs, I ran into the four who'd been chasing me earlier, as well as Darumi and the twins. Hey, Takumi. Why are you walking around like nothing's wrong? Didn't you hear? We saw the killer. You shouldn't be walking around alone. Oh, right. Don't worry, I'm fine. I gave them all a thumbs up and hurried up the stairs, rushing into the morgue. There we go. Explains a few things. Are you... don't worry, it's me from the SF timeline. What happened to your leap suit? Some stuff happened and I had to take it off. Don't worry, I'll get it back when we leave. I see. So what's Takimaru's number? Hideko approached one of the bodies and peeled back the white sheet. 7. That's right. Seeing Takimaru's disfigured body in front of me made me feel like someone had pushed a dagger through my heart. That's all I can really remember. In the end, for the better or worse, I never saw the timelines Takumi. Before I knew it, I was back in my own timeline. All the dots. You've been out of it all day. Are you alright? Yeah, we're back in our timeline again, so I'm fine. Hope so, anyway. We've met our quota. As long as the right guest timeline can get the code from Ima's body and yours. We'll have a full set. That'll be all the Liver Mortis codes we need. Into the next leap window. 11 PM exactly, day 84, but it's only 15 minutes long. Well, all we need to do is tell each other the Liver Mortis codes. That should be plenty of time. Still, we should be careful. We'll be jumping to their timeline. If we miss the cutoff, we'll be stuck there. I know that. You think they'll pull it off? Hideko nodded deeply. At my words. I don't just think so, I'm sure of it. They are us, after all. Indeed, we accomplished our goal, they'll accomplish their goal. Day 80. Day 81. Day 82. Day 83. Nope. Day 84. I couldn't sit still all day. It was day 84. This would be a fateful day for Hideko and me. No, for the whole Special Defense Unit. Tonight at 11 PM, we'd go see the version of us from the right guest timeline. Once they told us Ima and Hideko's Liver Mortis codes, we'd have all the digits we needed. On both sides. After breakfast, I went back to the roof, in a good mood. There, I saw a silhouette. It was Hideko. She was standing there with her back to me. For some reason, I had the sudden urge to startle her. Maybe the excitement pumping through me just put me in that kind of mood. With careful, quiet steps, I slowly came up behind her, and then... Boo! I grabbed her by the shoulders, and she leapt away with a quick shriek. At the same time, something fell. Her glasses, you fool. They clattered across the ground. She scrambled to pick them up, making sure they weren't scratched before putting them back on. Have you ever been turned inside out? Inside out?
No.
I'll shove my arm down your throat and pull your tailbone out the long way. These glasses are worth more than my life, you know that. I didn't know, but I couldn't come out and say that. Sorry, I didn't think they'd fall off. They're not broken, are they? No, the lenses are fine, but don't think that means you're forgiven. That's why I'm apologizing. Too late, you'll pay for this. Hideko stared me down with a sharp glare. She was standing her ground. My back was against the wall. It was time to resort to desperate measures. You totally went eep just now. What? I didn't know you were that kind of girl who shrinks like that when she gets surprised. Never would have guessed. Maybe I should tell everybody. I bet Kako would love to know. Fine, I'll wipe it off the record. I nodded with a smirk. Hideko looked away, her face beet red. Damn, dude. After that, I couldn't help but skip back to my room. I just there like, skipping away. We'd been able to jump at 11 PM. Still plenty of time. I can't just sit around, so I'll go see what everyone else is up to. Wait, free time? I murmured to myself, then went off on my usual rounds. I was all finished preparing. I had my leap suit on, but there was one thing missing. Where was Hideko? It was already past 11 PM. In our earlier meeting, we'd agreed to meet here at 10:30 PM, and yet there was no sign of her at all. Well, you should still leap and go tell the guys, though. What is she even doing? We only have 15 minutes. My knees grew stronger, and an unpleasant sweat broke out all over my body. Just then, Hideko burst into the lab. Takumi, this is all your fault. What? Huh? What? You broke the internal clock in my glasses. That's why I'm late. You mean this morning? I mean, it wouldn't have been a problem. He would still leap and tell them the information. Obviously, the impact must have done it. Oh, I'm sorry. But we really need to get going. With an irritated grunt, Hideko raced over to the locker. She flung the door open and quickly changed into her leap suit. Is the PLM ready? All set. Then let's hurry. 11:10 PM, we only have 5 minutes. Again, could have done it yourself, Takumi. Hideko hurried onto the platform. I slammed the red button and jumped on after her. And then... here we go. Hi guys! Takumi looks like he's upset about something. All the dots. Sorry we're late. What were you doing? We ran into some trouble because of Takumi. They'll get the wrong idea if you say that. You were the cause of the delay, weren't you? Just tell them the number! Well, I can't argue that, but still. See, I told you. Hideko 6 and Takumi 6 exchanged looks. What had they been talking about before we showed up? We don't have time for this. We need to exchange information. Hideko and I nodded. I'll go first. Ima's code is 1. Hideko's is 4. That's 1 and 4. Took a few seconds for it to set in. As soon as it did, Hideko 1 and I turned to each other and let out a cry of joy. We have all the codes we need. Thanks, guys. See ya. You did very well. Even more so considering you had to get them off the backs of zombies. Well, we pulled it off thanks to some goggles Tsubasa made for us. Enough chatter. What about us? Stop celebrating and tell us the code you found. Got it. We recovered Takimaru's code. The number on his back was... 7. 7, huh? Lucky number 7. Now we got all the codes we need. Thank you, you two. Or should I say, us? I knew we could do it. You took the words right out of my mouth. So, you've been a huge help. Thank you, truly. No need to thank us. You need to get back quickly. No. Yeah, you're right. Good luck to you, then. We dashed to the console and configured the machine. Except it failed because... What? It's 11:16 PM. We're stuck? Hideko 1 and I stood stunned. Hideko 6 spoke, looking at us with a sympathetic gaze. I'm sorry to say it looks like the window is closed. No. This can't be. Great. Hideko 1 and I hung our heads. We couldn't bring ourselves to say anything. Took some time for us to recover. Finally, I raised my head and spoke quietly. Well, there's no point in getting depressed about it. We just have to change our mindset. Sorry, guys. We should have exchanged info faster. You don't need to apologize. We were the ones who were late. Although Takumi is the one responsible for that. Again, he could have gone through earlier and just gone 7. Right. Stop making it sound like it was all my doing.
Huh?
Looks like you two will have to stay in our timeline until the blood space waves rise again.
Oh?
When will that be? Let's find out.
Oh.
Good. Sooner than I thought. The day after tomorrow. Yes, day 86 from 8 to 11 a.m. We have 3 hours, plenty of time, even if someone shows up late. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not sure what happened between you two, but you should try to get along. Yeah, you gotta be stuck together here for another 32 hours after all. Right here. Sorry, but there's no way we can take you to the school. We'll bring you food though, yeah, surely? That makes sense. I'd say the same thing if I were in your shoes. Our shoes. I don't believe this. We'll bring you some food tomorrow morning. I'm really sorry about this. It's fine, don't worry. Well then. After thanking us one last time for the liver mortis codes, they quietly left with apologetic looks on their faces. Hideko and I removed our leap suits, forcing our sluggish limbs to cooperate. We really blew it. Now we have to stay here until morning after tomorrow.
Oh.
And whose fault is that? Mine for breaking your glasses, but you know, there's plenty of other ways to check the time. Now you have the nerve to be insolent with me. Sorry, I was just playing, I'm kidding. Well, whatever. Those two were right, I'd rather not spend the next 32 hours being hostile with you. We went to sleep without any further conversation. We had all of the liver mortis codes, but we weren't in any mood to indulge in celebration. Day 85. The right guess timeline, Hideko and Takumi showed up shortly after sunrise.
Oh.
Sorry to keep you waiting. We brought you some food. We put it in the cabinet over there. Thanks, we appreciate it.
Oh.
Sorry to make you go out of your way.
Oh.
By the way, we have something we would like to discuss with you. What's that? What? Is it bad? You were worried about that? We have no reason to refuse. Are you sure? Yeah, don't worry about us. Just go ahead and boot up the transmitter when you get back. We'll be able to get back to our timeline tomorrow anyway. And then we'll be calling the rescue craft just like you. There's no need to spare our feelings.
Oh.
Good to agree. You're me, so you knew exactly how I was going to respond, didn't you? I had a hunch. This is goodbye then. Well, I wish you the best of luck. You're not going to enter the code wrong, are you? I'll be fine.
Oh.
Are you sure about that? Just what kind of guy do you take me for? Someone who broke someone else's glasses in another timeline? Slow-witted, careless, servant. What are you laughing about? They're talking about you too. Oh, right. Hideko 1 and 6 laughed, amused. Takumi 6 and myself awkwardly avoided looking at each other. Alright, you two, take care. We'll be praying that all of you over there will make it safely to day 100. Hideko 1 and I shook hands with our counterparts. Afterwards, they flashed us a quick thumbs up and ran out of the lab. Hey. Nothing of interest happened after that. Time just slowly ticked on by. Eventually, night fell. Did you not see them leave into the sky or anything? Huh. Cold silence washed over the lab. It felt eerie, like if you didn't see them go up, what happened? There was no reason for it, but it felt weird. It was the same kind of stirring in my chest I felt after our last defensive battle. What? What do you mean, what?
Huh?
You keep looking at me. You're looking at me too.
Oh.
What time is it? I pulled out my device and checked the time. 11:40 p.m. Just over 8 hours to go. Then we can go back to our own timeline. Yeah. We'd only been stuck here for one full day so far. And yet still, for some reason, I was starting to miss everyone from our timeline really badly. There are people. Day 86. 7:58 AM, 2 minutes left until we could jump. Hideko and I finished setting the machine, already wearing our leap suits. Just then, we had unexpected visitors. Hideko and Takumi from the right guest timeline appeared. Huh. Alright then. I thought they were going to leave. What are you guys doing here? What about the rescue craft? Didn't you call it yet? It's complicated. We decided not to use the distress signal transmitter. Why? Why not? I can't really explain. I just had this weird feeling. It's like something horrible was going to happen, so I stopped entering the code. Okay. A weird feeling. I don't understand. So when we get to that choice then, because it's clearly going to be a choice, we do continue the code because that's not the choice we want to do. Okay. Neither do I. Anyway, Takumi, Hideko, listen closely. You shouldn't use the transmitter when you get back. Consider that my advice, or maybe your warning. 8 AM came around as we were talking. I'm not sure I follow, but I'll keep your warning in mind. At any rate, we need to get going. Yeah, we'll be wishing you good luck out there. You guys be careful too. And we'll be praying that all of you over there will make it safely to day 100. Yeah, for sure. Wait, we had this exact conversation yesterday. Hideko 1 made her way to the platform. I hit the button and followed right after. Okay. Be seeing you. So it's like enter the code is what we want to do to see something bad happen, I assume. A bad ending. We finally made it back. I really missed this place.
Oh?
What are we going to tell everyone when we get back? I don't know, but we'll think of something. I see. Well, let's get going. I want to see the others. I ran off to the school. Hideko was close behind me. But... what happened? What happened while we were gone? What happened? What? Where is everyone? This isn't good. Beep, 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 beep. Nothing. No one. Why? What happened in the time we were gone? Where are they? Guys! What's happening here? Where is everybody? I've only looked on the first 2 floors. I'm sure they're on the 3rd floor on the roof. I ran out into the courtyard and headed to the stairs. I rushed up 2 steps at a time to the 3rd floor. First place I stopped was the leisure lounge. What I saw there was...
No!
What?
This can't be.
The blood drained from my face. I went weak in the knees. I could hardly continue standing upright. What the hell happened here? I tried to scream, but I couldn't make a sound. The only thing that I could force out of my dry throat was a raspy gasp. Can't give up yet. If I bring them to the infirmary, I might be able to revive them. Desperately, trying to convince myself. I took a single step, drawing closer to the bodies. The very next second... Huh? My vision was soaked in red. I turned around to see Hiroko supporting a massive amount of blood from her neck, spurting a massive amount of blood.
Hiroko!
Her body fell to the floor like a marionette whose strings had been cut. The light was already gone from her eyes.
Hiroko! Hiroko! Hiroko!
What the hell happened? I screamed and ran over to her, but the moment I knelt down... You're next, mate, yeah. All the dots. Suddenly, the ceiling was right in front of me. I was on the floor, my throat slit. The blood clogged my throat, preventing me from speaking. I couldn't even breathe. Everything started to turn foggy and hazy. I'd be unconscious soon. The only thing I could think of is like Kako-G from the time where like Takumi was a coward and she disappeared. Like when she took Nozomi. Like she's come to this timeline now. But I wanted to at least see who did this to us. I turned my head, my eyes wandering. Standing there was Kako-G. Yeah. Of course, who else would it be? She must have come here from the mystery timeline. Kinda. All the dots. Soon after that, my consciousness suddenly vanished. The last thing my retinas registered was Kako-G's sneering face as she licked her lips. Great. Well, there we go. So we go to the other choice now. Revenge of Kako-G. Well, the revenge aspect makes me think like, yeah, that's the one after she took Nozomi and stuff. It's possible. It's possible. Right. So, where do we want to go back to from there? All the way back and view the other side and see what's going on with that situation with the calling the escape pod thing. So remember, we want to enter the code. Because we were told not to, so we want to see what happens there before we do what we were told, essentially. Right, and any repeat conversations we will obviously skip, because we've seen them, essentially.
Heads.
I gave my decision with confidence, and Hiroko moved her hand to reveal what was underneath. A sun symbol, which meant...
I did it.
Nice job.
Hiroko was absolutely beaming.
What are you so happy about? Excited to go on a date with me?
It's not a date. We're just exploring ruins.
Sure, whatever you say.
Honestly.
I'd never seen Hiroko like this before. Wasn't sure why, but it made me feel warm inside.
Anyway, tomorrow's the defensive battle, so I'm going to get some sleep. See you around.
Bye. With that, she climbed over the fence and left. I was left on my own, staring at the undying flames in the distance.
Hey! You said you were going to tell me everything!
She will. I spent the night without ever finding out what the coin toss had to do with our next leap. What about Hiroko's real intentions behind our potential non-date? It's like we know now, so... Day 72. Day 73. The battle on day 72 was the same as what we had on the other route, with Tails. I finished breakfast and headed for the entrance hall to make good on my plans with Hiroko. See, this'll be different. Oh, how unusual. You're 10 minutes early.
Huh?
How early did you get here? Really looking forward to our date, huh? How many times do I have to tell you it's not a date? Say that again and I'll rip your head off and gag you with it. Yeah, okay, so, where are we going to explore today? How about the mansion on the western outskirts? Mansion? You know, a big house, a manor. Pronounced just like the things you were apparently raised without.
Oh.
Manners, manner, you understand? I understand. It's just not funny. Zip it. Don't talk back, servant. I'm going. Hideko went on ahead without me. She's in a weird mood. Well, whatever. I murmured to myself and chased after her. So assuming this will be a skip exploration. And then we might have loads of conversations that are the same. Again, like I said, any conversation that's the same, we will skip it. I'll let you know I've skipped it though. We're finally here.
Oh?
Okay, time to head back. All the dots. I said time to go back, turn up your hearing aid. But we just got here. We don't have any business in this place. Too bad there isn't a typewriter here so we can save. What? Resident Evil. The whole point of this was to just go exploring. It didn't matter where we went, or what we did. So it really was... I was about to tell her it was exactly like a date, but I stopped myself just in time. Well, let's get going. Or if you're in the mood to hunt some zombies, I guess you can stay. Yeah, because Resident Evil. We turned around and headed straight back to the school. It's like, but we've had the zombie route. We took our time returning to the school. As a result, it was already night when we made it back. 10 o'clock already. Can't afford to dawdle. We need to eat dinner and shower before we get out of here. Wait, hold on. We're going somewhere else? Did you forget already? When is our next leap window, Takumi? From 12:05 to 12:35 on day 74. Also, we are going to the lab. Right, only 4 hours left. No more pointless questions, if you don't mind. But we only have 30 minutes. What can we possibly do in such a short time?
Oh?
No matter which timeline we jump to, we still only get 30 minutes. You called the coin toss the night before last night, remember? Yeah, I called heads and I was right, so we went out exploring today. But that means there's a timeline where you called tails. In other words, a timeline where you were wrong and we didn't go anywhere. And that's where we're going tonight, to that timeline. But what for? The more people on our side, the better, right? 2 heads are better than 1, and 4 are better than 2. Don't tell me. Oh, you'd better believe it. We're going to go see ourselves in the wrong guest timeline? Righto! Hideko nodded and continued.
Oh?
Let's call the version of ourselves in that timeline Takumi 5 and Hideko 5. They should be waiting for us to arrive now. If your answer was right, we'd jump timelines. If you were wrong, we'd wait. That's the decision I made before I even tossed the coin. But what do we even do when we meet them? I assume you haven't given up on using the distress signal transmitter. Of course not. Chances of everyone's survival goes up if we can get to the satellite even 1 day earlier. Don't you think it would be more efficient if we split into 2 teams to find out the Liver Mortis codes? The teams can meet up later and share the codes they've learned. We only have 3 left, so... yeah, if we can make that work, we'll get them a lot faster. I see, it all makes sense now. In essence, you did this deliberately so that history would branch off, right? I needed to make something happen in this timeline that were completely opposite to what happened in that one. So that's why we went on a date today. Yeah, don't say that, Takumi. Takumi, your left hand, please. Why? So I can rip it off and shove it down your throat! Hideko screamed at me, her cheeks flushed scarlet red. It was loud enough that I was worried it would bring the satellite crashing down. Oh dear. Day 74. The time, 12:04 a.m. Hideko and I had already put on our suits and configured the machine. And this must be my millionth time mentioning this, but remember we only have 30 minutes. Basically when we arrive, that's when I'll make the cut. Because we know the conversation. I know that. We need to use that time to talk to Takumi 5 and Hideko 5, right? Yeah, so let's not waste time on idle chit-chat. Like what? I don't know, gossip about the weather maybe? Why would we do that? As I was complaining, the clock ticked over to 12:05 a.m. I slammed the red button and jumped onto the platform with Hiroko. Alright, let's go. As I said, we'll make a cut. Because we know the conversation that happens. We know the conversation that happens. Just from the other perspective now, isn't it? Just from the other perspective. Well then, time for us to head back. We're counting on you. And we're counting on you. Don't let us down. You know the conversation that happened. We saw it earlier. Back we go. Because now we don't know what happened with these guys. I devoured an egg breakfast in the cafeteria and returned to my room, holding back yawns. Last night, after Hiroko and I got back to our home timeline, I crawled into bed and immediately dozed off. We were going to talk about our jump on day 79 this evening, but since it was past 2 in the morning, by the time we were back, I was still sleeps deprived, yeah. Maybe I'm sleep deprived. My head felt kind of fuzzy. I tried to shake off the fog in my brain. Okay, time to get going. Mumbling to myself, I started on my usual rounds. Oh, you know, I'll actually use that as a place to end this part then. That's a nice place to, like, break that up. Like, so the only conversation we really need to sort of skip now is the one where we give each other the liver mortis codes. Like, we know what happens there, but other than that, it should all be normal from here on out. So, we'll see you in the next part, after I've done the free time. Ta-da for now.